sports fans, this is Robert with WTP Sports Dudes here live on this Tuesday, ready to talk some Tuesday football conversation. We got our man FanDuel Zaya in the house with us. How you doing this evening, FanDuel?
Man, I'm feeling a lot better. Still a little bit under, but I'm on my way up. Y'all know what it is. We back with another banger.
Back with another banger. We also got our Midwest brother in the house with us, our man Post Game of the Post Game 86 podcast. How you feeling this evening, Post Game?
Oh, you know what it is, Rob. Just trying to keep the bread cheesy. That's all.
For sure, for sure, for sure. We want to talk about the five best teams we think that are playing right now in college football, along with is Arch Manning really hurt? Everybody's been talking about that grimacing throw, that look on his face when he threw that ball. Is he really hurt? We want to talk about that today. And also, the disrespectful sports culture that we are witnessing today is off the chain. We're going to talk about that as well. Hopefully, you can hit that like button. Hopefully, you tuning in because we got a lot we want to share about those various topics. We're gonna get started here in a minute. After I let my men tell us how was your day today? Was y'all pretty cool today?
Man, I was under two covers still for real. Trying to sweat this thing out. Hey, I had two heaters beaming on me, two covers. I ain't really do nothing today. I wasn't moving too much, but I feel better. So, I mean, everything is good on this end.
That's good to hear. That's good to hear. Hopefully, you'll be at work tomorrow.
Oh, yeah, I'll be there.
All right, cool, cool. What about you, post game? How was your day today, bro?
Oh, it was a good day, another dollar, another productive day. Really excited to talk some sports. I hope you get better, Zay. I know it's been something going around. I know it's definitely something going around here. So, everybody need to step their vitamin C game up. You know, keep that hand sanitizer on deck.
For sure, for
Man,
sure,
you
for sure.
know what's crazy post game? Man, Rob had me drinking this nasty ginger last week, man. I thought it was gonna help me too. It was nasty, but I drank the whole thing. It ain't helped me, man.
I must have gave you one with no sugar in it. Let's go ahead and get into this first question we got on the docket, man, because we've seen some really good college football here over the past 2 weeks. From what from the teams you've seen so far in college football, who are your top five teams?
I'm gonna have to. We know number one. I'm gonna roll with my Buckeyes. I think I've seen everything from schematic wise, um, offense, defense. We know the players is there. We seen a couple teams kind of tremble a little bit, playing lesser competition. I thought we handled business as we needed to. Um, I think I think we are clearly without a doubt the number one team in the country. Number two, I'm gonna have to go with the LSU Tigers. LSU, um, you know, they beat Clemson, um, and we seen Clemson might have some things that they need to work on, and that win kind of looked less of what it did when they won that game. But as far as talent, we know the talent is through and through. And one thing that reason why I have to put LSU as two is because at the end of the day, they still took care of their business that they had to take care of. Um, and then the next two teams, three and four, they're there by default for me, and that's Oregon and Penn State. I mean, Oregon to beat Oklahoma State. What was it, 69-3 or what was it, 69-3? Man, you don't really hear about a power four school beating a power four school like that. I don't care where they're at. So just to put a whooping down on somebody like that. We know Oklahoma State ain't what what we thought. We know they're down. They're in a down session of their program right now. But to put a beat down on somebody like that is kind of unheard of for real. That's another Power Four school. So I gotta throw them in there. And at 5, man, believe it or not, I'm going after all the football I seen. I still got to throw Notre Dame right there, just because I understand they lost that first game, and I seen enough though from CJ Carr to let me believe that they might not. I don't think they're going to trip up with nobody else on their schedule. So I'm kind of projecting when I put Notre Dame at 5. I feel like the rest of their schedule, I don't see them losing enough. I don't see them losing again. So that just it was so many teams that should have lost to non-power four schools this weekend. We seen a couple. We seen Clemson almost lose to Troy. We seen a lot of teams struggle with teams they shouldn't have. And I don't know. I just got faith in Marcus Freeman to right that wrong in that first game. So when I project my 5, them are the teams that I feel like is going to be the best teams come to the year end.
Yeah, good list. I gotta say real quick before I tell my 5 that Clemson has a really huge game at Georgia Tech this week, and I think it's a must win for that program, man. As talented as they are, if you've been watching this podcast, we've been talking about Clemson and the talent they have. It would be a very disappointing season if they are to lose at Georgia Tech this week, and that's why I think it's a must win for Clemson. Now, my top 5 is just the top 5 teams I saw through 2 weeks of college football action. And I'm gonna start. It's not necessarily the top 5 teams in the nation. The way I took it was the top 5 teams that I saw play football these last 2 weeks. So I'll start with, of course, the number 1 team in the nation, Ohio State. Julian saying looks like the real deal. We don't even got to talk about the talent they got top to bottom. Uh, I would have to put Miami in there just with the huge win over Notre Dame on their home field, and Carson Beck looking like, a pro quarterback. Third, I'm going the Fighting Illini of Illinois. I think it was a huge victory going into Duke. I think Duke is a really good team, and them getting the victory like they did, pretty lopsided score. I think that was a huge win, and Illinois has showed a lot. I picked them to win the Big Ten this year, and I'm gonna stick with it because I love teams with that camaraderie, that togetherness, that veteran leadership, great coaching, physical team. So I'm high on this Illini team. Florida State, man, what can I say? They revamped that whole entire roster. Castellanos is balling with a big victory over Alabama in week 1. And then I have to take Oklahoma, man, another SEC team. Huge win against Michigan. John or yeah, Mateer for the quarterback looks amazing. So those are the top 5 teams I have saw through 2 weeks in college football.
Yeah, I like both of y'all's list, man. And post game, you threw a couple of wrinkles in there. Um, and FanDuel did too, because he put a one-loss Notre Dame team in there. I thought across the board it was probably going to be all undefeated teams, but I mean, you really can't argue with any of those teams because all of them are really really good. I mean, I think the one that stands out the most is the fact that we know that Ohio State is a proven team. They got offense, but the main thing is I think they got a defense that's not going to allow a whole lot of points, which means with a high powered offense that they have, they're going to be able to beat folks pretty easily as long as Julian Sang continues to play the way he's playing. So definitely Ohio State is definitely at the top of my list. And I like that Oregon team, man, to be able to do what they did against an Oklahoma State team, a Power Four school. And even though they thumped their skull in, you never would expect them to thump them by the margin in which they did. Like FanDuel said, you don't expect a Power Four team to thump another Power Four team like that. And they really put it on Oklahoma State. So I definitely got Oregon in there. I got Penn State in there. I like Miami and I like Florida State. Those will be my five, with a whole bunch of maybe three or four other teams that I would like to put in that top five, but I can only go with five. So I got Florida State, Miami, uh, Penn State, Oregon, and the Ohio State Buckeyes as my top five teams that I've seen so far.
Hey y'all, real quick, T1 in the chat asking for the link.
Yeah, I put a like on it. I mean, hopefully he see it. It's in there though.
Yeah, it ain't really far up there in the chat. Let me repost it again.
You know, while we waiting on Rob, uh, what did you think about that game last night, post game? That Monday night football game.
Oh man, same old Caleb Williams. Uh, I just think he not patient in the pocket enough, man. Um, I was encouraged uh by Minnesota's quarterback. I said his name escapes me right now. JJ McCarthy. I was impressed the way he led his team back. Um, Justin Jefferson is still him. They got to give him a lot more targets, I believe, though. I think Chicago defense played well. Minnesota's defense played well. I think Caleb Williams, man, he just got to be more patient in that pocket, man. Stop taking off so much. Go through his progressions, man. I think that's what the coach is looking for him to do.
Yeah, I thought. I really, honestly, I don't know how he could have, like, they just started blitzing him. What I feel like the jury is out on him because once they start blitzing him, I feel like he ain't know what to do after that. Like once they start sending that pressure, I feel like he lost all kind of like thought process on what he was supposed to do. And like I mean he didn't, I don't think he understood his check downs or nothing. Like I don't think he knew where the free man would be or nothing. So it's a work in progress with him, man. But one thing we understand too about him is I think this he on his fourth or his third offensive coordinator or something. Third offensive coordinator in 3 years.
Is this his third year? This is third year?
No,
I
it's
believe
second year. It's
second
second
year.
year. Yeah.
Well, so yeah, well he on this is second OC.
Yep.
So I don't know. Maybe we need to give him time to understand so he can try to understand this new offense. I don't know. But he ain't look good in that second half yesterday.
Yeah. And his defense, man, his offensive line, for as much money as they spent in the offseason to revamp it, doesn't look like it's jailed yet. So we'll see.
Yeah, for some odd reason I thought this was his third year. So because he got Roma Dunze in them last year.
Yep.
No, he got them last year.
Yep. Or you know what? It might be
No,
his
2 years
third year.
ago.
Hold on. No, this is second year because this what's the name? This Washington quarterback second year too. They was in the same class. This Jaden Daniels second year too. His sophomore year. They were in the same draft class.
Oh, okay, okay. Yeah, I don't know why I think this is this guy's third year. Maybe I'm tripping.
That's what I was thinking. I'm tripping. We tripping.
Yeah, because I didn't know he had Roma Dunze in them in his first year. I thought he got them. I don't know. I don't know. I'm tripping. Well, it's neither here nor there. He started off hot, looking like he was gonna be the man, and then, like you said, once they started sending that pressure after him, he sort of folded up. So yeah, it's neither here nor there at this point. Who's your way too early Heisman Trophy race candidates?
Oh man. Post game, go ahead. I got a brainstorm. I'm trying to think.
Cool. Well, my way too early list is only going to be quarterbacks. Although I think you probably can put a running back or two in the race, but I was focusing on the quarterbacks through 2 weeks in college football as Heisman candidates. And I'm going to start with Devon Dampier, the quarterback from Utah. 398 yards passing, 5 touchdowns to go along with 112 rushing yards and a touchdown. Really like how he looks, and he got Utah prime this year. I'm gonna take it to Moss team. Tommy Castellanos, the quarterback, 389 yards passing, 3 touchdowns, 85 yards rushing, and one rushing score. Uh, my third candidate is John Mateer, the quarterback from Oklahoma. 662 yards passing, 4 touchdowns, 98 yards rushing, and he adds another rushing touchdowns to his statistical category. And then y'all know my guy. I've been talking about him all season. I'm going Sawyer Robertson, the quarterback for Baylor, 859 yards passing, 7 touchdowns. Man, I can't say enough about. Do y'all see the balls that man throws?
Yeah.
Just beautiful. Just man, he spins it. The velocity, the tight spirals. He gonna be a first round pick. And then my last guy I want to look at is surprisingly Taylon Green, quarterback for the Arkansas Razorbacks. He got 561 yards passing, 10 passing touchdowns, and he adds 192 yards rushing and one rushing score. So I got five quarterbacks I'm looking at early Heisman candidates.
Good evening. Good to see everybody. We talking about the Heisman race, man. This has been a good one this year. I'll start off saying appreciate you having me. It's good to see everyone this evening. See all the boxes jumping off. FanDuel Zay, T1 WTP Sports Dudes post game. It's good to see y'all. I'm gonna go Tommy Castellanos, not in any order. I like, of course, my boy. I'm not gonna be biased, but he's definitely playing great this season. Garrett Nussmeier, I definitely think he deserves some love. Um, Roberson, you've been speaking about him, and I definitely got some action, and that kid can go. He's definitely a master. And I like what you said about Taylor Green as well. I second that. He's playing, top notch. Mateer as well, and I'm gonna throw another name in there. I know we talked about him a lot, but he's went to Miami and they're 2-0. Got to put Carson Beck in there, man, respectively. I think it's only right. One of the seniors that's actually standing out outside of Tommy Castellanos, Nussmeier, and all the things that he's went through as well.
I'm surprised y'all ain't mentioned my boy Julian saying, you know, uh, like he ain't just go for 16 for 16 or something crazy real quick. Don't show my man some love. I was trying to wait to see if T1 was going to say him. He be Homerism all the way. But I got you, T1. Show some little love to some running backs though. Jonah Coleman over at Washington, he's been killing it out the gate. Who else? Oh, I still would have to throw Jalen Box Office Daniels out there, even though they lost a game. I still think it's enough high impact games available this season for him to put his Heisman campaign on full notice. Um, and another guy that can also that's been playing well that we spoke about in that Heisman race already. And he'll have a whole bunch of opportunity to throw his Heisman campaign on full notice even more this season. Lenore Sellers. That team will go as he goes. So the better they do, the better his chances is of winning the Heisman, in my opinion. And what about the guy we just seen last, John Mateer? John Mateer is pretty much in the same kind of boat for me. If he can keep on pulling off good wins like that on what is it? What do they call it? Prime time TV on these Saturday night games that he gonna have in the SEC. I could see him walking away with that Heisman Trophy as well.
What you think, T1? Who you got as your top Heisman Trophy candidates?
Well, I'm gonna gracefully bow out on this question right here, due to how I feel like the board thinks about me when it comes to me talking about who I think is the top in anything when it comes to college football. I think y'all might say it might be a little way too early for me to say something about who I might want to say something about. So
we want to hear it.
I'm gonna just switch over. I'm gonna say, huh?
It's the way too early Heisman Trophy candidate. So you're right on time with that.
Okay, so I'm gonna go. I'm gonna go with Jeremiah Smith. Yeah, I'm gonna go with Jeremiah. Although we know it only go to quarterbacks, we know this. So just to have fun with y'all, I'm going with Jeremiah. Y'all could talk to me in a few weeks, and that just might change.
Ooh. Interesting.
Well, y'all said all the names that I probably would have mentioned. So I'm gonna go ahead and bow out gracefully.
Oh, but hold up, time out. I was supposed to name 5.
Well, as many as you want.
How many did y'all name?
They named 5.
Y'all did 5? All right. Jeremiah Smith. Saying Downs, Reese, and let me see, one more. Who I got? One more. I don't know, a 5th one. Arch Manning. Let's have a little bit of fun with it. What? What's funny?
Nah, it's interesting that you say some of the names and you haven't said a major name who's been in the talks on the defensive side of the ball. And I was just going to say, is there any defensive players out there that you could think of, knowing how Travis Hunter, even though he played both ways, I think him playing on that defensive side and shut down his side played a big part. So just any thoughts of anybody defensive?
No. If you're gonna be defensively, although we have Caleb Downs and Reese, I mean, you just have to be like absolutely dynamic. And right now we're already going into week 3. So if you're over on the defensive side, you probably have to have at the very least 2 interceptions right now, and probably some type of yards on a special team or wide receiving, or in the out the backfield or something. So
a good question. You mentioned 2 interceptions. Can you have big stops on the 4th down? Can you be a game changer in the game as well? Because it's a guy over in Tallahassee that is up to those same feats this season. So just thought about that when you mentioned that on the defensive side of the ball.
You just have to. I mean, when you're talking about defense, they have to be able to do something else special. Because if you can recall a few years ago, and it's just something about being an Ohio State fan. And hey, y'all, excuse my voice. It still hasn't come back from when I had my chest cold, and my job is talking. I'm on a podcast talking. I'm live streaming these games, City League TV talking, so I just can't get a chance to chill. And I love talking. Y'all know it. I'm so mad my voice is messed up right now. I'll be going crazy on
Let's
here.
go 2 hours a night on the tape.
Man, listen here. I'm in that mood right now too. You know what I mean? I'm just in that mood. And y'all know I could take off and fly.
Let's go.
For sure.
Hey, we didn't see Ndamukong Suh win the Heisman. I don't think we'll ever see really a defensive player probably win the Heisman for real for maybe 30 more years.
And
Like
that's
not
what I'm
playing,
gonna say.
not playing strictly defense, bro. They just won't let that happen.
And that's what I was gonna say too before my ADD kicked in. I was just gonna say, we had Chase Young actually he was there at the ceremony. So, and really just to be all honest, I really, really feel like he had a great chance to win that Heisman that year because he was actually just that dominant on that other side of the ball. So, that just goes to show just how you're just gonna have to give something else. If you are a dominant defensive player, you're going to have to give something else.
Yeah.
So, Moss, y'all going to have to put whoever y'all got over there, y'all going to have to do something. Let him long snap for the field goals or something. That ain't never been done before. Call your coach. Tell him, hey, put him in at long snapper. Let him do something outside of defense so they can talk about it.
Let's believe I'm about to get that Earl Little Jr. train rolling because he's out there balling. Shout out to Earl Little, man, and them nose, man.
Is that who you said was in the Heisman race for y'all?
Get him, Zay. Get him, Zay.
Listen, they got your boy Caleb Downs, and when you talk about DBs, I'm going to talk about my boy because not only do he got an interception, he put yards on that interception. He was a big part of that Alabama. Better watch that boy Earl Little Jr. when these Seminoles play this Saturday. If you haven't, just go check him out.
No, T1, I'm turning over a new leaf. I am not getting. No, I just wanted to be clear. That was the person that was in the Heisman race for him.
Okay. Piping down a little bit. I don't believe you.
This
You
is
sound a
Smith.
little sleepy. I'm thinking you're just a little sleepy and you ain't ready to get out there because you're out here working too much.
Nah, I've been sick, bro. I've been at home, but I feel
Okay,
good.
well,
Trust
I
me.
knew
That
it
ain't
was
hold.
Ain't
That
no
ain't
new
holding
leaf.
me
You
back.
sick. I'm turning over a new leaf. No, you sick. You ain't got no energy. Let's go, Rob.
Is Arch Manning really hurt? And Steve Sarkisian is deflecting about it. Do y'all think he's really hurt?
I think so. I don't know if y'all remember, but I told y'all when he was against Ohio State, I saw him do this a lot. I saw him do this a whole lot, and just me as a quarterback. If you see me on the field and I'm doing this, I'm trying to get that shoulder ready so I can slang that baby. You hear me? And I saw him do that at least 5-6 times in that game, and I'm like, what's wrong with his shoulder? I didn't ask myself if he was hurt. I said what's wrong with his shoulder because he trying to get that baby warmed up, and he's supposed to be warmed up. So absolutely.
I definitely think he hurt. I haven't really watched him a lot. You may be able to give me a little input on this. Seeing him last year in the games that he played, I didn't see him sidearm near as much as I've seen him sidearm this early so far this season. So, for me, I'm seeing that clip of him constantly. I think he's a little hurt with that shoulder. I mean, I don't know if he's fighting through it. Sark says what Sark say, but I think he's hurt. I think he's a little hurt, and that's that same, if I'm not mistaken, shoulder that was banged up a little bit last year from that hit when they played in them playoffs.
Yeah, he may not be. It may not be nothing devastating. He might just be going through some discomfort, and they're trying to downplay it so it doesn't. It the media make that a huge deal. But it definitely seems to be some discomfort somewhere with Arch Manning. If you saw the photos of the faces he was making after and trying to throw the ball, so I definitely think he has some discomfort. It probably isn't anything major, but they would like to keep that under wraps. So I understand what Sark is doing.
Man, if it is discomfort, they should have sat him out in the first place while y'all playing these cupcakes, because health is key, bro. I don't care if he got things to work on or not. We already came into the season not having full faith in y'all's number 2. So they probably should have sat him out if that is the case. And we'll see if he play this weekend. Y'all play this weekend?
Yeah, we got UTEP.
Yeah, so I mean, if he is feeling any type of discomfort, now that it's out in the media, you gotta sit him, because if they're gonna keep on picking up on these little things. But me, I don't think necessarily think he was grimacing because his arm. I think he just felt like he ain't throw a good ball and he just made that face. You know what I'm saying? It could be anything though. It could go either way. So you don't know. But if they say his arm is good and they're gonna trot him out there, I'm gonna say his arm is good. I mean, he on the field.
Hey, the Mannings. If you look at the Mannings, they family do make those weird faces though. So
Yeah, I think he grimaced because he knew he threw a bad ball after it left his hand. I mean, if you really think about it, if this guy is a $500 million football player, bro, if he makes it to the NFL, they're expecting him to make at least $500 million in his time in the NFL. Do you think his family would allow him to go out there hurt? They're not doing that. They're not doing that. Steve Sarkisian ain't gonna let you go out there and do that. When Quinn Ewers was hurt, they didn't bring him back until it was time to bring him back. And I'm quite like Fandu said, if we play some cupcakes, why would you play him if he hurt? I mean, and there's no reason to. I don't think he's hurt to the degree where he can't perform. I mean, how many players out there don't have some kind of discomfort after playing in some grueling battles? I'm quite sure he might, have some bruises here and there, but I don't think it's anything wrong with his shoulder. And even after he threw that pass in the dirt, he turned right around the next play and I think threw a 40-yard pass down the field. So I don't think there's nothing wrong with him. And if it was, they wouldn't have him out there on that field. His family would have been like, no, sit him down, let him heal up. They ain't letting a $500 million man go out like that. That's for sure. So I don't think that he's hurt. They wouldn't do that to that kid.
Hey, and because of that, Robert, I'm changing what I said, because you made 110,000% sense. He's worth way too much money to sacrifice his arm, which is worth $500 million. So you're right. There's absolutely no way that man is hurt. He ain't hurt at all, y'all. He just ain't hit his groove yet.
Yeah, he just
sounds good.
Some bad balls.
Yeah, that make perfect sense.
That's what I was listening to, like the breakdown of it. I'm like, man, and then I didn't notice he threw the 40-yarder after that, because I didn't watch all the film. It's just that clip. So that definitely opened me up to it, for sure.
That's straight clickbait. You know what I'm saying? Because they want to run that story, man, because everybody's been talking about it. Yeah. I mean, you can't not hear it. So everybody's been talking about it, but that's clickbait. They show you that grimace. But I like Fandu said, and I seen it live, and I was like, oh, he knew he threw a bad ball, straight at the dude's feet, which he was to.
Sark's response ain't help though, man. I think he was drinking. I think he had some color in his cup around that time, man. Y'all know Sark a drinker, man.
Good talk,
I know he don't drink, bro. He don't drink.
Sark drink, bro. Sark drink.
Nah, bro. He stopped drinking, man.
So you don't think he got that little hidden bottle in his office when it's a rough day?
Hey, Zay. Hey, Zay.
Man, come on, man.
I really like and appreciate it that Zay said that right there, because what my comment was, and it's still just feeding off of how Rob just killed all of us after we said what we had to say about it. And then I just heard Homer, because we hear so much of the homerism when it comes to our teams, but it really isn't homerism. It's just knowing our team. And so we all gave our opinions about what we thought about Arch. And then we had who we call Homer. He came on and said, not so fast, my friends. This is what's going on. And guess what? To me, like I said, it sounds like he right. So I ain't arguing with him like none on there. And that's not a Homer. That's a man knowing this squad.
For sure.
He
Rob,
tells the story too much to be out there and be hypocritical and start back drinking again, man. He doesn't drink anymore.
Yeah, he don't drink. We do enough for them, whether it's colored or not, baby. Sometimes you don't even need no color.
There it is.
Is that the
Rob,
or is that magical cup?
Hey, that's one of them. Hey, we gonna call this one see-through.
Call it Casper.
No. I got one even better. We gonna call this one transition, because if it was see-through, I just add tequila in here and you'll be able to see straight through it. So we just gonna call this transition.
Got it. Hey, Rob, you gotta ask T1 and Moss they top 5 teams.
Oh yeah. Well, who are y'all's top 5 teams? Who are the teams that you think have looked the best so far? 5 teams so far after 2 weeks of football.
Man.
All right, since he got to think about it, Ohio State, Buckeyes, offense, defense, special teams. What?
You're a bad member.
I know my stuff. Let's go. Who next?
Beat me to it. I'm gonna go with your Buckeyes at the Ohio State University.
Oh yeah, that's undeniable.
Man, that's undeniable. Like you said, if it was my honest choice, I would honestly have Miami at that 2 spot, the way them freshmen been playing, man. But in no particular order, with Ohio State at number 1, I got Miami, I got Florida State, I got Penn State, and I got LSU. That's my 5.
Who got the horn? Who ain't on the job? Oh, no. I don't know, whatever. That was supposed to say boo. I don't know if that horn say boo, but he needed to, off of that, he needed to, I earned him. What is that, right? Wait till I get my stuff set up. Whoever out here playing, having fun while we doing our thing. Let's go. Who next?
Like, my nose deserve 5, Miami 4, LSU 3, Penn State and Ohio State, respectively, because they've continued to stand stout, with these victories. Now, Miami, we could really argue with this Miami, LSU, even though LSU played Notre Dame, respectively. Miami played Notre Dame, and then how LSU played their game, but I think that Miami game was bigger. But that 5 that's just my 5 right now. Based on how we playing right now, that's my 5.
You just leapfrog Oregon like that, but all right.
There we go. We got somebody. See, I'd have been having like ding, ding, dong, 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 dong. I'd have had all type of stuff as soon as they just came in and just dropped something that quick. Who got the button? Y'all turn it over. Turn it over. Go ahead, Zay.
It ain't no me. I already went.
I could put them at 5. I'm not taking.
They beat somebody.
We just came in late.
They beat They beat a Power 4 team 69-3. How did y'all jump them? How did Miami jump them? These just questions that I ask myself in my head.
Miami played the top team when they played them, and nobody actually. It's a lot of people that picked against Miami in that game.
We're talking about Oregon beating a Power 4 school 69-3. That's what we're talking about. They beat Oklahoma State 69-3.
And I told y'all they was going to get that 28.5. I seen it coming.
No, we ain't talking about 28.5. We talking about 60. We talking about 60, not 28.5.
Hey,
We talking about 60.
We put up 77.
Okay, it just crosses my mind. That's the only thing I wanted to say. I told you I'm turning over a new leaf. It is your opinion, my friend. I was just saying they beat a Power 4 school 69-3.
Hey, Robin, post game, did either one of y'all have Oregon in y'all's top 5?
I did.
Post game?
No.
Oh man, so you rolled with Moss. Now here's what I saw.
Well, hold up. The post game had a different criteria for his top 5, and I understood his criteria.
Okay.
So I didn't have a comment or question about his criteria because I understood his criteria.
Okay, well this the only thing I'm saying is if that. So we're talking about a top 5, and I just like. I forgot that I think it was post game or whoever said, "Hey, let T1 and Moss give their top 5s." I forgot, so that meant evidently you already gave y'all's, and Moss gave his, and I didn't hear Oregon, which like just really surprised me because I don't think that you can make a top 5 without putting Oregon in it. If I see a top 5 and Oregon's not in it, that one ain't certified to me right now. We're just talking about after week 2. Because guess what? A whole lot of teams play some cupcakes. Not a whole lot of teams won by 60 or 50.
Yeah, Oregon won of
or
them.
70. Not a whole lot of them. It was way too many close games against cupcakes for me to disrespect what Oregon went out there and did. And what they did was what they were supposed to do, but people didn't think they were supposed to do it against a Power 4 bottom dweller, but they did. They went out there and they just handled business. So after the season that they had last year, I don't even understand why who or anybody would even have Penn State on top of Oregon.
Well, let me
that doesn't make any sense to me right now at this point, and that's why I'm so surprised. Like y'all think that Penn State better than Oregon? Right now, I'm taking Oregon.
Real quick, I would take Oregon over Penn State also, but the thing I didn't take the question that's top 5 teams like the rankings like 1 through 5. I had Ohio State, Miami, Illinois, Florida State, Oklahoma. Those 5 teams to me, those 5 teams to me have big early season wins. Not necessarily the top 5 teams in the country, but the top 5 teams that I thought was playing the best through the first 2 weeks of the season.
To me, an early season blowout in these day and ages weighs just as much as Ohio State beating Texas 14-7. It lets me know that you went from day one and went and took care of business. They look like the same team. So I can't put anybody. I mean, I've heard an argument today to where they said that right now they look better than Ohio State and should be above Ohio State, and they said that they have Oregon to go and win the Big Ten again.
This is my thing with Oregon. Like,
to put them behind so many people, like right now, you give me Oregon and we'll go into Oregon can go into Norman. I'm picking Oregon by at least 6.5, 8.5. If I want to get greedy with it, like it makes no sense to have these teams in front of them. I don't care. Miami. I'm putting Oregon against whoever you have in your top 5, including Ohio State.
Now, for me, like I'm not negating Oregon. I mentioned something about them Saturday, but my thing
if they're not in the top 5, it makes absolutely no sense to me because I think they can beat everybody that y'all name. You can't say that for every team on there outside of Ohio State.
So if we see Oregon at the end of the season, they getting their ass whooped in the playoff like they did this past year, what are we gonna say now?
Well, I
What-
think you drink. I think you drinking the juice a little
Not
early.
thinking nothing.
I think y'all still on waiting. I think y'all still on wait to see. And you talking about the end of the season, buddy? It's 12 more weeks of football.
They
What
got
we
Yeah,
talking
a lot
about?
of
Stop
football.
drinking that
And,
juice
and,
so
and
early.
must be feeling real good right now. Better chill out for a second before they flip the script on you again.
We 2-0, and I'm gonna feel as good as I should. We got more wins right now as our total, and we looking to get that third one this coming weekend. But for me, it's I'm not saying Oregon is not top 5 material. It's an argument. I got them coming in right after at 6.
Well, I ain't arguing with none of you.
That's what I'm
Dude.
saying. Like, I just have it that way. I
Sports,
might be a
dude.
little biased talking about my Seminoles, putting them there instead of Oregon at 5, but the thing is, will Oregon run up against a stiff defense of Penn State maybe in a few weeks? We don't know. They really haven't been tested this season yet. That's my whole thing.
Neither has Ohio State. What are you saying?
All right, the way I took post game top 5 was based off the impressive wins. It wasn't necessarily a top 5, but the reason why I made the comment I made is because you honestly believe them are the top 5 teams in the country. That's all.
There you go, Poe. See, Poe, no. Where you got them at, Poe? You putting Penn State above them? You putting Illinois above them? You putting Oklahoma, Miami?
Put your
Man,
five
I
in the
just
chat,
look
bro.
as I'm naming off these teams. I don't see them beating Oregon. Oregon is a great team out here. They were a great team last year. Had we not taken them out, they most likely would have been the ones that won it.
No, they wasn't physical enough last year. We seen that.
Why? Because they ran into us?
When you come from the Pac-12, you getting.
Nah, he just asked you a question though.
Because they playing
And we ain't
against
trying to
a
hear that
Big
physical
Ten
stuff no
team.
more. The SEC got smacked last year in the bowl games.
What's your top 5, Poe?
Yeah.
We gotta let him be an ACC homer, man. That's my bad, Moss. My bad.
Nah,
There we go. He is.
this the
Hey,
thing.
he's sick. That boy's sick.
Y'all have to respect the Seminole team. This defense.
No. You gonna need more than 2 wins, sir.
It's not even about the.
You gonna need more than 2 wins, sir.
It's what we doing as a team. Go look at everything statistically in these first few games. Just go.
They
look
look
at it.
great.
I know
They
it's-
look amazing. Everybody here will agree with you. Y'all look amazing right now. Y'all haven't been challenged.
Moss,
One thing I know, I'm sorry, Post. Let me say this real quick.
go ahead.
One thing I know, Moss, in y'all's last 14 games, y'all are 4-10. In the last 14 games for Oregon, they are what?
That's last season.
Well,
13-1.
They're 15-1.
One.
You know, so it's a big difference right there.
No, it's
They're
a big
they're
difference.
13-1 in their last 14 games.
It's a big difference, and then you got to think about if you bring in last year. I'm not even thinking about last year no more. Like I'm thinking
And probably
about this year.
23 or 24 if you say the past 2 years.
And they got a Big Ten championship and what? That's it.
Brandon, they mess around.
That's
They
it.
messing around with Ali right now.
No,
They
that's all
messing
they
around
want.
with them boys right now. That's
See-
about to be them boys. That's what happens.
See, comments like that is what makes me tweak out.
Yeah, see, I
Because
almost
you're saying things that they got over y'all. You get what I'm saying? You cannot say they got a Big Ten
You're not- I
championship
understand
like
what
y'all
I'm
got an
saying.
ACT championship. Y'all don't have the same thing they got.
I
Y'all don't have the
understand
same hardware. Y'all not the same program they
We
are.
definitely
It's just
have-
facts.
We have different hardware than Oregon. Best believe that.
Yeah, they ain't got no natties because they just end up going against that one buzzsaw. It's just one. Other than that, they run through people. They've been there for the past 20 years almost. They're there. They're here. They're them guys. They have all the unis in the world. They have all the money in the world to get these players. I mean, you think they're not going to be a top 5 team for the rest of their life?
But if you ask every Oregon fan, ask them what they want mostly.
OSU, Penn State, LSU, Oregon, and the U.
Everybody that wins, that wants to win,
I still don't
wants a
get it.
natty. Everybody that wants to win wants a natty, bro.
Yeah, of course. That's the goal. That's the goal. You gotta want a natty. If you don't want a natty, I don't know what the hell you out there doing.
Yeah. So, like, I mean, I'm not negating anything that they've done, but it's just we used to seeing the same Oregon. So I hope they
And
can
all they do is
go
win
back.
and end the season in the top 5 for the past long time. So why does that change? Why do they have to leave out now? Because what, the last time y'all saw them, Ohio State was putting that BTA? That's not fair.
Yeah. Well, let's go to the next question. Should there be a cause for concern in Baltimore after the Ravens blew a lead and a great performance by Jackson and Henry on Sunday night?
I can go next to last or first.
Yeah, well, man, I'm starting to put the blame on Harbaugh, bro. At this point, what coach in the NFL do we feel like would have had the same opportunity Harbaugh done had? He done had Lamar Jackson for 8 years, bro, and they consistently drop games in the regular season. We shouldn't see them. They consistently not playing up to par in the playoffs. At some point, you got to look at a coaching change, bro. And if they don't get it done this year, they need to fire him. It's just simple as that for me. How you hang up 40 points and you a defensive dude and you lose the game? Hey, man, they got dudes everywhere on that defense. I don't know. It's hardball for me.
I'm gonna say there's no concern in Baltimore simply because if Derrick Henry didn't fumble the ball, they would have won the game. Derrick Henry, apologized to his teammates. He took the blame for it. Had he not fumbled the ball, they would have secured the victory. And it's just that simple for me.
Same way I feel. I don't think there's nothing going on. I think Lamar going to get himself together as well as Derrick Henry. It is crazy that he fumbled. That's one thing I look at. That's a player that don't fumble much. He fumbled 3 times only last year. So I'll be keeping my eye on that as the season go. If he have more than 3 fumbles, I don't think the Ravens go to the Super Bowl, as some people may think. But I don't think you have to worry in Baltimore.
And see, this is why I got to get up off my seat and get that ask somebody else popping, man. Because I just keep looking at life. I just keep looking at life. I just keep looking at the way the earth is turning. And as I get closer to it, they ain't on it, fellas. They ain't on it. Just think about the amount of money that they paying these players, man. Think about the amount of money that they're paying these players, man. And they're only allowed to say so much, even after retirement. I'm just looking at stuff now, and I'm like, you got to be kidding me. I say, you got to be kidding me. I mean, you have Derrick Henry, who is having an amazing game, man. You can't tell me you wasn't looking at that game and you wasn't like, oh my God, is this the new LeBron? Is he on something? This dude is different. Is there anybody out there that's going to disagree with me right now? So, and then you're going to sit up here and tell me that this big, strong man, I see your commercials, Derrick Henry. You strong, boy. You strong. And you trying to tell me he having one of the games of his life. And what is he in year? Like year number 8 or 9 or something now? As a running back, he's out there looking better than the kids who just got drafted. And you try to tell me, I said, I seen his commercials. Y'all think I'm playing? I seen this commercial. He's strong. I seen this workouts. He's strong. And you gonna try to tell me he got this ball cup, and we know it ain't easy. It ain't easy to get it up out of there. ain't gonna try to tell me somebody just and it just popped. It just magically popped up out of there for a fumble. We talking about this big guy. He big guy. He go for a lot of money, ball. You hear me? But he just fumbled the ball, and they magically recovered. And from that point on, the game is changed. And guess what? They did it twice on Sunday. I'm watching the Jets in Pittsburgh. The Jets controlled that whole game. They on a kick return. Dude running the ball. I promise you, the dude, I think he only did it with one finger to show y'all, like, watch this, y'all. Bounce that ball right up out of there. And what happened? The game changes from that point on. It's over. The Jets controlling the game. The Ravens was controlling the game. But guess who won them games? That other team. Them Bills. They did it. Them Steelers. And them quarterbacks. Why y'all want to put y'all 16s out there? We got 16 quarterbacks. They gonna make sure them 16 team quarterbacks lose most of the time. I know. That's why I said let me go last at first, because I was gonna take a minute. But man, I be looking at this stuff, and I got to say they trying to either win or make Parlay Po some money, because he said he made him some money. So you just got to know the game. If you know the game and know how they rolling, you might be able to make some money. Y'all better start listening to Parlay. He said he ate last week. So I guess it don't matter how they doing it. Get in the game or sit on the couch and watch. It's entertainment, ladies and gentlemen. My fault. I done went on a rant.
I don't think anybody with sense could say you wrong. It's just too much money in the sport, and I can't say you wrong. I can't.
Hey, post game. You know what somebody hit me with? They want to say, so you think it was rigged for Ohio State to win it? Said, guess what? I said, not only could it have been rigged for them to win it, they might be about to put Ohio State on that dynasty stuff. It might be our time. Let's go, y'all. See, I done lost it. I'm about to take off. And y'all post game, they got me. Man, chill. All right, come on, y'all. Come on, I'm chill. Get ready. Come on.
Man, I don't think Baltimore got anything to be concerned about, man. They're gonna be right there.
Yeah.
The reality is, you score 40 points, your defense got to keep them from scoring 41, and the defense should have kept them from scoring 41.
I mean, but just the way the game turned after that, it was just like, I'm looking at it and I'm laughing. I'm like, oh, here it come. It's just like when I watch a preview for a movie, I almost don't even need to go see it. Y'all done told me what's going to happen. I actually prefer to not see the preview, because if I see it, I'm going to put it together. Now I'm sitting there knowing everything that's going to happen. God, wait. Let's go, y'all.
For sure. Hey, listen, we might know that they got their hand in it, but we ain't going to stop watching.
Nope. They got us hook, line, and sinker. We're junkies. I'm a junkie. Look how I act when I'm on these shows. Like, do y'all hear me on City League TV? Listen to me. I'm a sports junkie. I can't help it. That's why my voice gone. I can't get it back. And that's why I get around y'all and I get all excited and stuff. Y'all get me all excited. Hey, but the great thing is y'all make my blood pressure go just a little bit under perfect, which is extra perfect. That's why I love y'all, man. Let's go.
You're a bucknut for sure, man.
Let's talk about this last question before we end the night. We just right past 1 hour. What's going on in sports with all the disrespect? Players fussing at coaches, athletes jawing at each other, spitting, teammates fighting. Has this always been going on?
I don't know, but if it has been, the YNs is following suit. I was watching the game on Saturday. Y'all, look, see, here I go again. Here I go again. I'm watching the game on Saturday, y'all. And I see the little young fella, the little rich $4 million young fella. He over there talking to to that running back that came from Bama. He like, boy, you do what I tell you to do. He looking like, boy, who you talking to? I saw the Michigan quarterback and running back over there fussing on the bench. I said, let's go. Let's go. They over there, they mad at each other. Yeah, something wrong. It's something wrong. The disrespect is horrible. And like I said, it's coming. Even the new ones coming in, they learning how to do it. You gotta, and you already know we gotta carry ourselves different. And this man got $4 million on his head. So you gotta be even more different than everybody else. They should see you on that sideline going to your running back in a positive manner. Not anything that they could put on camera and have somebody like me laughing at them. I mean, yeah, the disrespect, it has to stop. Y'all know where we come from. You spit on a man, it's on. That's nasty. You might as well have smacked him in a sucker punched him. You spit on a man. Like they going that far. And then I say, is it just entertainment? Because I don't see how these guys, you ain't going to do no spitting or nothing. And I'm loving it. It's entertainment. Let's go. Nothing wrong with it. Let's go. Be as disrespectful as you want to. They gonna love you for it. We ain't gonna punish you for it. We gotta make money. Everybody's in on it, baby.
Man, Jalen Carter got kicked out of the game. They said that was a part of his suspension. He won't be suspended for no more games, and he had to give up his $57,000 paycheck for the game.
Dak spit it first, which is even crazier. They never showed that until after half in the third quarter. We thought it was just him, at least from what I saw. But
they said he spit on the ground, but I don't know.
Yes, he did. But still, that's like don't cross that spit line. I mean, y'all gotta know the language when they do such things.
Yeah, spitting is like the most disrespectful thing for real.
Come on,
that's the only part that I don't like.
Spitting at? I spit at the ground. Look towards me.
Hey, I'm saying though, sometimes getting into it with the coach, that just comes with the territory of being competitive. I feel like sometimes I used to be a hothead. I used to snap on some of my coaches sometimes too.
We ain't snap on our coaches, because if we did, we wasn't gonna get to play. We might get kicked off. We wasn't allowed to do that, bruh.
I mean, sometimes they'll bench me after snapping on them, but damn it, I got my point.
Sometimes you ain't gonna do none of that. When we play, you're not talking to no coach.
That is fine and dandy. I'm telling you about me. I'm just saying I done snapped on a couple coaches along the way, and they done got my real feelings, and it was what it was. Sometimes I got benched for it, and sometimes I didn't, because sometimes I was right. Sometimes. But I think that comes with competitive nature, though. I was just ultra competitive. I didn't like losing. I was what you would call a sore loser, and I think that comes hand in hand. But the spitting part, I don't see nothing about that that's even remotely a part of the game and a part of anything that got to do with sports. That's just that you begging for a street fight, or you begging for beyond that, you begging for afterlife when it comes to spitting. I don't see nothing about spitting that's cool at all.
Moss, real quick before you go, I know you finna cook, but SP in the chat, can you let us know what you meant by 12 million? Go ahead, Moss.
Oh, probably the total price of that freshman quarterback. He probably talking about how much they gave this kid just right off the rip, and you over on there on the sideline acting like you Tom Brady after his fourth Super Bowl championship. that ain't the way. That ain't the. But see, that's where this money gonna have stuff messed up. Like, how do you know this kid is gonna act once he start getting this money? Will he continue to rise? Has he already met his ceiling? Which is something we're gonna talk to somebody else about. Is he already at his ceiling? Because I've seen these type of quarterbacks, very strong arm, very, very good runner, and we haven't really seen him take off and start running and doing a lot of stuff with his legs yet, which we know he could do, but just not able to consistently hit the deep ball. You know what I mean? And I can even go with the Terrell Pryor, who was able to start hitting it after some years went by. He was able to start hitting it, but this young man has a cannon. Like he has a cannon, and it doesn't appear it's more of a loose cannon. He doesn't have complete control over it. Now, if he was able to get complete control over that cannon, he'd be killer. But like I said, I've seen a lot of these strong arm, fast quarterbacks, and like even like the Milroses and stuff, and the Miltons, big giant strong arm Milton. And what do you see with them quarterbacks? They can't consistently, when they got to put that touch on the ball, they can't consistently get it. I know I went on a rant on something else, but y'all know, especially when we talk about them QBs, I could talk about it. I got good knowledge about it. I didn't study that position.
I think that when it comes to what we've all seen throughout this season so far, somebody got to not make an example, but somebody got to discipline them in the right way. You're not just sitting out a half. You're going to sit out a couple games. I think until somebody puts down the law when it comes to some of the things we've seen, I think that's going to make, a change some way. But then you got the money involved as well. So some of these kids is, with the mindset, hey, man, I'm worth a couple million, man, and it kind of changes things. So I think, you think about the nil along with, the change of, I would say, generations changing. A lot of things goes into, talk with this. So I think, somebody need to step up and put that hammer down when it comes to what's going on. And that's it. Until they do that, I think, you're going to continue to see it in a boatloads.
Yeah.
P-Rock said he don't want to run. They want to, what'd he say? They ain't paying him enough to run too. He came out and said that.
That's crazy.
Who said that?
That's what P-Rock just said. They ain't paying enough. He said they ain't paying him enough to run.
Oh yeah, get rid of him.
Yeah, I think it's gonna be like I say, with them giving these kids this money like this, and I really, 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 truly do believe that Vegas has a whole lot to do with sports, and that it is an entertainment, but they can only control so much of it, and that so much of it is, we paying you this much money now, so guess what? What you think you've been seeing on TV, it ain't real. It's entertainment. We got to be entertainers. And I think everybody just go along with the script. So now I done got to a point. I'm sorry if I done messed up everybody's. Now we don't believe in Santa Claus. You know what I mean? So now we don't believe in sports. So I don't know. I don't know if it's just the American way of a whole lot of things getting exposed as we get older. But it's good entertainment, and I think if a team is good enough, they can get past Vegas and do some great things. And that's the great thing about sports. As much as I talk my talk, I really truly believe that if a team is good enough, they can get past it. But when I see some of the calls that's being made, during some of these games, I saw the Chicago game, which seemed like they was doing pretty good at first, and I just saw a couple of really, really bad calls. Like it was a holding call when the lineman basically, I want to say he bulldogged him. Then the dude slipped a little bit and was already down on the ground, and they called a 10-yard holding penalty that took them back 10. And like controlled the game, and then something went a few plays later and the cat slipped down and they called a pass interference. I'm like, ooh, they got it for Chicago. And you just saw it, and you just see when these things turn. But if your quarterback's able to spin that ball, you know what I mean, and just throw that ball, or y'all able to run it and y'all do what they do and they can't stop it, nothing you can do about it. Hey, shout out to JJ McCarthy too, because I'm not a huge JJ McCarthy fan, never have been, didn't know why he went that high in the draft. But and like I said too, they were able to capitalize off of some very, very, very big penalties when it really, really wasn't looking that good for him. But he was spinning that ball. He was spinning that ball. He was throwing that ball. He was getting that ball to his receivers. Even ran it in when he had to. So shout out to JJ. Hey, I really hope he keep doing that, because guess what? Now that he's in the NFL, he's a Big Ten player. So they say, hey, there's not a lot of Big Ten quarterbacks out here doing that. The quarterbacks come from here and there, here and there. Once they transition over to the NFL, I'm with them. And I'm rolling. I'm just watching football. If they turn into duds, I'm gonna do what I was assigned to do.
Hey, listen, we're gonna start saying you the man with the cup. We taking it away from Zaya. It's you.
I like that. Hey, but here's the thing though. Y'all know I can do it with or without the cup. I can have the alumni cup, and y'all know the alumni cup. You ain't allowed to put nothing in there. You ain't allowed to put nothing in there. That's just most of the time it's just gonna be some good sweet stuff, unless I'm going to family reunion and you see it. It's gonna be something in there. But yeah, y'all know this is me. And I ain't even like, I'm the man with a cup, but I ain't even really even did nothing. This is a fruity drink. You know what I mean? And I'm just chilling. I'm just excited. But if y'all want to call me the man with the cup, do it, baby. I like it. It got a little ring to it.
What you think about the disrespect, Mossberg?
I just think it's wild. Honestly, like I said, I think they need to definitely get a hold of it fast. It's not setting the right example for the ones coming up either. I went to my nephew's soccer game. He's 6 years old. Saturday after we broadcast, and I know it's all about having fun, but when you up 10, 11, nothing, you don't do no taunting at some point. You got them out there flipping. I understand it. So it's starting to start, at a young age. And I said, I think as a coach, that's where it comes in. Just as a coach, I don't see nothing wrong with it, but you definitely have to put a heart to it to explain them sportsmanship. I think a lot of sportsmanship is out the window anymore, and that's something that's a lost art. So if we see more of that instead of what we've been seeing, I think it'll definitely help. But somebody got to suspend somebody for longer than a half or a game or two.
What you think, post game, or did you already get?
I think spitting is like one of the worst things you can do, especially to another person. Well, spitting on another person, that's like, man, T1 said it, man, or Zay said it. It ain't no telling what's going to happen after that. That's just disgusting, filthy, and I couldn't believe they were doing that, knowing all the cameras and being on national TV in front of the world. Just disgusting, fellas. As far as the disrespect goes to coaches, I mean, I think all of us have played sports. We've seen it. We've seen star players get away with it. If you was a role player, you probably shouldn't do it, but for sure, star players got away with that. I know I've seen that all my life. We've seen guys like Terrell Owens going off on the coach. The higher your talent, the more they tolerate. So I think that's something that we've been seeing. Now, do I agree with it? Absolutely not. I think for one, you want to set a good example for the guys coming up, and for two, it's just not good sportsmanship. So that's my thoughts on it.
Yeah, I really believe that it's bad, man. But it's become to the point where now it's acceptable. You know, you might do something to somebody, you might fine them, you might give them a punishment, but it's not stopping nobody from doing it. People are gonna still continue to do it simply because I think people's mindset is it's okay to be disrespectful if you feel like you should be. If you feel like somebody warrants you being disrespectful to them, you're gonna do it. You don't think about the fact that who's watching, who you might be impressing, or who you might be showing this negativity to. You got all kinds of people out there watching it. You ain't thinking about your family members. You're just out there doing whatever. And I understand sometimes, man, you get pissed off at your coach because your coach ain't necessarily doing what you feel like he should be doing, but it should never warrant you going and fussing him out. I'm quite sure I probably bust out a coach or two in my time too, because sometimes I can be a poor sport too. But as I matured, man, I was like, dude, you was a freaking jerk. So I think that this culture, man, of being disrespectful is probably not going to change. It's been around for a long time, and I think it's become acceptable now, man, and people think it's okay. But you do got some coaches out there that's like, okay, that's what you want to do? Okay. You're going to be over there riding that bench, or you're going to be off this team. But now that they're giving out this money to college players, I mean, a college player might be like, okay, sit me on the bench. I'm still going to get that check. So I don't know, man. I don't know what they're going to do about it, but it has gotten pretty ugly and gotten pretty out of hand.
And does it always just seem like it's just us? Like it's just our people that's like doing these things. That's why I don't even like that part of it.
Well, they
Like
really
it's just
show
like
us.
we'll always only see our people. And it's just like, it's just like we're the only ones, just out here doing this dirty, disrespectful stuff. And, it's crazy because we know a whole lot of stuff goes on in baseball, and a whole lot of stuff goes on out in the stands in baseball. That if you saw some of the things that went on out there in the stands at some of these baseball games, I mean, it's crazy.
Even at the football game, I be seeing quite a few different clips of some stuff, and it's nothing against anybody. It's not always us as we think, but it just goes to show, you got the drinking and stuff involved in them stadiums, so you never know what could go on. They could throw a first down, somebody drunk, and they mad they didn't got a first down, and they want to hit Jimmy because Paul said something about the play. But I mean, it's crazy, it definitely happens, and man, it's something. I would hate to be an athlete in some ways today because of some of the things that go on, but still try to find that route to, having that discipline and structure as well.
Bro, you just said that as a young OG, you wouldn't hate being an athlete today. And I was going to ask this question.
I would.
Like, that's really, really crazy. Did y'all see the amount of diamonds that Jefferson had around his neck last night?
Couldn't believe it.
And we think about, and see, that's what I'm saying. I got to get my podcast going because I know I just think way different than everybody, and everybody think I'm special and I got issues, and I tell them I got ADD, and they laugh at me. I tell my students I got it too. Don't play with me. But no, just look how now they're even saying, not only do we already know how much money they got, but they saying we want y'all to let them just see how rich y'all really are. I thought when you play sports, you're not allowed to have jewelry on. somebody might grab it and might hurt you or something, or you might hurt yourself.
Yeah.
What's going on here, fellas, with all this Jerry? Talk back to me, man.
I don't know. Man, I know they got bread and it's levels to their bread, but man, I wouldn't. First of all, I feel like it's disrespecting the game and your opponent. But I guess different strokes for different folks, man. I would never wear nothing like that in a football game.
Yeah, and that's what I mean by being an athlete. My bag is like, go ahead.
The last thing I'm waiting for is the iced out mouthpiece.
Already just, man.
I think they got them, Zay.
I was about to say,
I think
I
I've
think they
seen
got
the
them,
iced
Zay.
out mouthpiece.
I think I seen one.
Yeah, with the fangs and everything.
Yeah.
I think I've seen the iced
I
out
missed
mouthpiece.
it, man. I gotta find one, man.
But you saying the real deal where they like, nah, man, this mouthpiece right here, $12,000. Like, damn.
Yeah, that's the thing that I mean about today's athlete. I don't think I would want to play in no jewelry. I think, when you're thinking about some of the older athletes, some of the guys that played in their prime back then, I think I understand what some of the things they say when they compare the games and say it's changing and how they, disrespecting the game that, so, I mean, I get it. Different culture, different things, different strokes for different folks. But like post game said, I think that's a little, besides yourself wearing that much jewelry, especially out on the field. It's more cameras on your jewelry than a game within itself.
Hey, Moss, I thought I was humble. I love how humble you are, bro.
I'm not putting that much bread on
If they
my
say
neck,
that we,
man.
and I'm humble too, but if they say we can rock it, I got the cash coming in that Jefferson got coming in, man, I'm probably gonna go ahead and look like that. They doing it in college already. Y'all not peeping. They got their jewelry on too, up under there. So my who's that? Henry's name? Yeah, Henry was laced out too. We rock.
Justin Jefferson was iced out crazy.
Jefferson was crazy. Jefferson had big, ginormous diamonds.
That's what you need to watch with the grill mouthpiece. Jefferson, I think, got one. I think he got one. He gonna break out because he.
Oh man, I ain't noticed it. Dang.
Go pull up some stuff, Zay. I think he got one, man. Like the culture that they had at LSU, he's brought to the league. If you think about some of the stuff Justin Jefferson, as they call him, Jet, is one of the man.
What was the culture? Did they have the NIL back then?
No, I'm saying that.
No, I'm just saying, did they have the NIL when Jefferson and Burroughs was back there? They ain't had the NIL yet back then, did they?
I think they.
Yeah, I think that's when the SEC was passing them checks up under the table.
They had the nil back then. You know how the nil was.
Yeah,
popping.
That was them brown paper bags.
Yeah, that's what we're gonna call the SEC Alabama era.
Because he was.
So I'm hoping this NIL. I'm hoping that they got this baby rigged like they did it last year. Keep it rigged, and we got the NIL Ohio State era. I see it coming. I even watched the Oregon game, and I was looking at them against Oklahoma State, and I just still wasn't even impressed. But they still Oregon. I think that's why some of y'all didn't put them in their top 5, because I'm looking at them like, we'll do our thing. I'm just arrogant.
Yeah, when you see wealthy people, man, when they look at those dudes with all that iced out stuff on, they probably sitting there laughing. Like, man, Charlie just made another $100,000 off of this idiot.
Yeah.
That's
but that's the image they want to give. Exactly. They want to give our kids this false hope that they can be rich. You ain't gonna be that rich. You know what I mean? We want to look like them. You know what I mean? But we all know that real rich people don't want to look like them.
They don't want to look like that.
Real rich people don't look like them.
Hold on, though, fellas. We gotta slow down, though.
Here come the wide one.
Because the goal is a culture thing for our people, bro. that
Okay, we'll
goes
do
back
that.
a long time
What
ago.
if they start putting chains on the basketball court? Then that would be crazy.
I'm just talking about pharaohs and all
Imagine
types
that.
of different people from way long ago. That's a culture thing, bro. That
Right.
don't have nothing to do with. It's like a hot comb it's like a hot comb on Sunday morning hitting a black kid's hair, something that they wouldn't understand. You get what I'm saying? Like
I got you.
that's a culture thing, bro. That's for our people though. You get what I'm saying? So I'm
Yeah.
not gonna knock people for wanting to feel good, because it's a feeling.
Man, that check is enough for them to feel good. They ain't gotta put it on their face like that, Jefferson. Just iced out. Like even like if somebody yanked it off and he just lost it, like, oh well, I'm gonna go get another one. He out there playing football in his best. Wow, that's crazy. We played football to get dirty. He out there shining like some millions.
You want to finish what you were saying, Zay?
I was done, but I don't know. My phone just tweaked out on me. That was weird.
Yeah.
I think the government controlling it.
Man, they did. See, everybody be thinking stuff is funny, but ain't nothing funny. Like we already know, like with our phones, if you say, and you don't even have to be around nobody. You could just be like, man, my back is hurting. Soon as you open up your phone, it's an ad for something with a back massager or something. Like I ain't call y'all. Like everything, like they hear everything we say, everything we want. They gonna make sure it pop up on our phone. Like this stuff now, like it's crazy, but I think I got it figured out, y'all. We're gonna see. I think I got it figured out.
If you got it figured out, let us know how we can make some money off of it.
Hey, we're gonna see, man. We're gonna see. I'm just trying to. Hey, listen, I'm trying to cut my cost of living like way under half. So we're gonna see how this gonna work.
You're gonna have to put that bottle down.
I don't grab a bottle. That's one thing I don't do, bro.
Said he grabbed the cup.
I don't do that. Yeah, and I'm just a cup man, and I thought I had a good ring to it. It said you the cup man. Yeah, that's why I can't make it at 8-9 a.m. for a podcast. I gotta get my beauty sleep. But no, I'm definitely not a bottle man. I have my cup and I chill out.
As P put T Wonderful in the chat. That's the new nickname, along with all your other nicknames. Appreciate that nickname.
No, that's my stage name, man. That's what T1 is just short. You know, they call me T1, they call me One, they call me Wonderful, they call me T Wonderful. That was my stage name, my music name.
Oh, you Mr. Wonderful.
That's where all of that stuff comes from. Like, hey y'all, I've been grinding for a long time. You know, and I ain't stopping. And you know, one way or another, they're gonna have to give me what they owe me, and they owe me. So I just got to keep on working at it. And like I said, I've been out here for a long time, man. And that name Wonderful came from my basketball and football jersey number 14, Wonderful. That's where it came from. That's where it came. That's how it was made up. That's how my rap name was made up. And you know, the rest
you highly
is it.
blessed and highly favored, T1. That's
Yeah, man. And I work hard. I have a whole lot of energy. Like all this stuff that you see, all the stuff that people see, like it's not a front. It's not because I drink a lot of alcohol. It's not because I smoke pills. It's not because I do this or do that. It's just a natural energy that I have because like when I have a passion like for sports. I have a passion for helping people and it excites me. You know, it excites me. Like my students that see me every single morning, I'm not in there with a cup. This is just me. You know what I mean? This is just the energy that I have. You know, even teachers, staff members would be like, whoop, Mr. Claiborne, give me some of what you got. You already got it. It's already in you, baby. You just got to let it out and love it and enjoy it. They be like, Claiborne, you crazy. Because, I mean, that's just how I feel. I really have a lot of energy, man, and it's just natural. That's why I drink my fruit and vegetable juices every single morning and don't eat nothing from 10 at night all the way until 4 or 5 o'clock p.m. the next day. You know, I got some energy now. I got a little bit of energy to play with.
Cool.
Look, and I don't drink as much as nowhere near like how I used to. I used to do it real good, and I still can on the weekend. So don't get it twisted. Hey, when I'm watching them Buckeye games, hey, it was like how Zay came on here after that Texas win. Zay was feeling it. Zay was on 10. I think he was ready to beat me up, fight me, all type of everything for everything I said. He was on it, man, and I loved it. On them Saturdays, all bets are off. During the weekday, yeah, I gotta chill because guess what? I gotta get up in the morning. So, you know, back in my days, I could, but I wasn't a teacher. But, you know, I could, even on a weekday, hey, I'll be out there in somebody's club getting it. Why? Because I was wonderful, baby. Hey, see, let me chill out because I get to thinking about, you know, old times and stuff. Everything is good. I'm OG, gray hair. I stopped dyeing my beard and all of that stuff, man. This is your boy in the flesh, man.
Cool. All right, y'all. Well, let's wrap it up, man. I appreciate everybody coming in. If you're out there in the chat, make sure that you look at all the podcasts that's scrolling across the bottom. We got Level Up Sports 10, our man Mossberg. We got City League TV, that's our man T Wonderful. We also got our man FanDuel Zaya, the FanDuel Zaya podcast. Our man Parlay Poe of the Blitzburg podcast. And we got our man Post Game 86 of the Post Game 86.
I gotta start talking to Poe. I don't like gambling at home, but I feel like I know a little bit something about the sports, and I kind of like see how it's going right now. And I think Parlay Poe might know a little something about it too, because he be popping on a little something. So I think I got to pay a little bit more attention, see if I can get me a couple little extra dollars for some gas money, because your boy be all over the city, man, with the City League TV. I just did girls volleyball last night, man. We everywhere, and I mean it's gonna be big. It's gonna be bigger than any district, anything anybody ever see, man. They say I remember when, man, but it's gonna blow up and it's gonna be crazy. So don't forget to subscribe to City League TV. We're moving over to Facebook. We're moving over to YouTube. You know what I mean? Because YouTube doing people right when they doing their thing and getting them numbers up there. They doing people right. So, you know, just like this WTP Sports dude, subscribe to it. Help us out, man. Help us out. Tell a friend about it so we can get to where we want to be. Because as far as we go with this, we need everybody out there that's commenting in the chats and viewing it. We need all of y'all support because it's just gonna go to another level. You know, one day we all gonna be in the studio and we're gonna be doing all this together, and we're gonna be sitting with our microphones just like you see everywhere else. That's always the mission. The mission is never to end up where you started off at. You start just as we are right here. We got them 5 screens up there, and everything just progresses. And then you want to get to that level to where your product is looking just like everybody else's product that's on here making money. And that's how I looked at my music. When I came out with my music, guess what my CDs had on the back of them? They had barcodes. They were shrink wrapped. They wasn't let me burn a CD and write CO Records, Beto Records on it and just sell it. No, it looked like, and I had it in stores and stuff. It could be right next to Jay-Z or whoever else's stuff, and it's going to be blending right in like something that you would buy. So I still look at life like that, and I look at our podcast like this, man. And, you know, our future is bright. Our group right here, our knowledge, our IQ is dope, and I can't wait for us to be in our studio, man, just shooting our breeze, and everybody had their shows, you know, coming on, and everybody got their little background set up and look inside of the studio for their shows, man. And it's just going down. And we also have studios in our home. As you see, they have been doing like on ESPN and stuff since they since COVID and everything. And that's what you see us doing now. But we will have the times when we all going to be together and we're going to do it. We just going to keep building and doing what we do. So subscribe and rock with us.
For sure.
Hey, before we bounce, post game, Moss and Rob. I know y'all seen my blockbuster trade today. I know y'all seen it.
Was it? I ain't seen it.
I know y'all seen it.
What was it?
Man, listen, he pulled something off special.
What was it?
Talk to him,
I traded for Jaden Daniels.
Oh, I don't want to talk y'all about that. Y'all ain't got me in the fantasy league. Y'all do y'all's own podcast. Don't talk fantasy league when I'm on here. Y'all
Man,
ain't got
you
me
had
in
one of the
there.
first invites. Nobody want to hear that.
But
You were one of the first ones to get invited.
You ain't even take the invite.
It should have. Hey, it wasn't. I ain't take it. Hey, you turn your head from the chat for 5 seconds. You'd have missed 673. You done missed like 673 of them. You'd be like, man, I just went and got a cut. I come back, it's like 75 new messages. I'm like, shit. I did not have missed something.
T1, it took 2 weeks to fill that league, man.
If y'all would have been on my tail, like, yo, bro, get in or whatever or whatnot. Or you'll call me, and so will Moss B. You'll call me, Zay. You should have called me, like, bro, what's up, man? We got to get ready for this fantasy.
And we were short a guy. That's how you know.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, I thought that
I commented. I was like, yo, what's up with the fantasy? And then I don't know what happened. I guess I looked back and it was 200 comments and I missed it.
Create one of them pick'ems, Zay. Create one of them pick'ems so we could just do the pick'em, the least with him.
Yeah, that'd be dope. Hey, Zay put off a Dr. Bus. I ain't gonna front.
Yeah, that was big.
Hey, Rob. Hey, hold on, Rob. How did you do in week 1?
I got smashed.
SP said.
Hey, post game. I offer him the same deal for Justin Fields. He messed up.
Oh yeah, you dropped the ball on that, Rob.
Justin. You got Justin tucked off.
No, he offered me J.K. Dobbins.
Yes, sir.
And Mike Evans. I offered you J.K. Dobbins and Mike Evans.
He got, man.
I don't need another receiver or no running back.
Yeah, that was
you don't know what you need until you need it.
Blockbuster, man. He got Jaden Daniels. It was Bo Nix. What was the running back you just said? And then it was
I gave him Dobbins.
Yeah,
Dobbins.
And
Bo Nix.
Who I gave him?
Bo Nix.
I gave him a Doomsday.
Yeah, in the Doomsday. And he just had a big game Sunday. I was like, whoo. I said, I'm good.
He had a decent game. He had 5 receptions, a touchdown, and 37 yards. But I don't believe in Caleb Williams. So go ahead. You can have him.
Yeah, JJ made Caleb look pretty. I was just looking what I saw from JJ and what I saw from Caleb here, and even saying from last year. And we know this is just one game for JJ. And like I said, I feel like there were a couple of things that happened in that game that benefited them a whole lot. And on the road, those Chicago fans were let's just say they were a little upset with a couple of calls that they had out there that were really, really huge calls. But I was impressed with JJ, and Caleb didn't look good at all to me. He was okay. He just looked like a quarterback. Anybody can play quarterback. You put him back there.
Just another note, we do appreciate everyone that's been that's joined our group on Facebook as well. Level Up Sports 10, WTP Sports Dudes, T1 and Parlay, Poe, Fan Dudes, and Post Game. That's the group it is. If you see the invite, join it. You are more than welcome to drop comments, talks, photos of the different sports that you see in there. Feel free, man. We gonna definitely comment on those pages as well, as I do as much as possible. And before I lay my head down at night, try to put a welcome post out to everyone. So we definitely appreciate you all joining. We are up to 169 members right now.
Let's go. We gotta get it up. They ain't up high enough. Let's go. We have too many people that we just know personally. Let's get it up.
make sure you like it. Make sure you go into that group as well and flip through so many of the photos. We got so many different things we talk about in that group that we talked about on the show. And you could bring us something that we may have thought about that we haven't talked about yet onto the show. So feel free to join the chat, comment as much as you wish.
Hey, and I saw P-Rock had a comment. He said, are you allowed to smoke and drink in the studio? And see, that's why I got to get to ask somebody else podcast like up and going. Like I said, Moss B, we got to get together so we can get this computer together and everything. But like everything is our stuff is after dark. Y'all know we ain't up early. Our stuff is after dark. It's gonna be a little mixture of Club Shay Shay, a little mixture of the Drink Champs. You know, it's gonna be wide open. And what we're doing during the show is we just asking somebody else. And you already know I'm gonna come with my thing, which usually is the opposite of what everybody else is saying is going on, like the stuff that y'all see, like y'all's top fives. It's just for some odd reason it seems like I'm against what everybody else is talking about. But we're bringing people on and we're talking to somebody else about these things who don't really have a voice when it comes to sports. We just watch it and talk to the TV. So, you know, we just bring on people to the show and just ask just regular questions like this and just get other people's opinion. And not just about sports, just about life, period.
That'll be dope. That'll be dope. You got to get that jumping, bro. Now, it's been a year since you've been talking to us about it. So
I know, and I just told Moss B I need some help. I got so much stuff going, and I really hate that I'm not set up, you know, like everybody's set up everybody's set up except for me. But, you know, we be in the chat and we know like stuff be going on and all of that stuff. So I'm behind the gun. I'm just glad that I have been able to get back in front of it and up on a horse at the beginning of this. Like when the school year starts, it's a new year for me. So everything churning, it look like we're getting back to normal. And yeah, it's just time to keep working, get to work.
Shout out to all the kids, you know, throughout the city, going to school all over, you know, Ohio, going to school, as well as the City League, who's allowed us to, you know, come in and do what we do. We definitely appreciate y'all at Linden, Eastmore, Beechcroft, all the schools throughout the time. But last year, Northland, every school that we've been able to go into, South as well, with no problems, and just do what we do. If you're out there and you're listening, get with us. We want to come out. We want to put some interviews together. We want to do so much more to bring out the talent that we truly have in this city. And I think our city, as we've just seen one of our greats get inducted to the Hall of Fame. Shout out to Mike Red, straight out of the west side of Columbus, man. We definitely got to know that it's another one that's going to make it. If not just one, I see more than that. I see multitudes of us being able to make it. So if it's you out there in the city, let us know. We definitely want to come be a part of your development and your sport and get some of that good footage so you could go back in your time as you get older. Definitely come to our channel and watch it as much as you please.
all right, y'all enjoy the rest of y'all's evening, man. We out.
Yes, sir. Them WTP sports dudes, we was in the building.
Peace.
Now we out.
Peace. I love y'all, man.
Love you too, bro.
Bye.